hates me, welcome back to my channel. Today we're just gonna talk about how much I suck. Can't see the haters through Chanel. Anyways, what's up? It's Amber. Welcome back to the Girl's Guide to Life, a real series about real stuff. And today we're talking about the haters. So we're just gonna kind of get right into it this week. This is a question that I get asked about all the time. How do I deal with, quote, haters? I know, little old me, the most lovable person in the world. Who could possibly hate me? Well, yeah, guess what? Actually, apparently a lot of people. Being on the internet in any form of fashion, or really just existing at all as a girl, people like to have a lot to say about basically everything. You know, with all the wonderful unconditional love, there's also a lot of unconditional hate. Ah yes, growing up as a girl, I have been called basically every name you can possibly think of under the sun. Literally everyone in the world has a different opinion of who you should be and how you should look and how you should act and blah, blah, blah. And trying to keep up with them is impossible. People used to call me a pasty ghost in high school because I had really fair skin. So then I got spray tans and they called me a pumpkin. You can't win. You guys know the age-old saying, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. And honestly, that is a quote that I always kind of had a problem with because words hurt. I would rather have 2 broken arms any day than, hear the whispers I used to hear. But, physical pain goes away, but words can sting you forever. I don't really remember what it felt like to break my arm back in 5th grade, but even thinking about it, oh my God, I always remember what it felt like to be the only one not invited. Words of affirmation is my love language. So, in contrast, words of like anti-affirmation are daggers, just daggers. I always say like I play a bad bitch on the internet because that's kind of who I wish I was. And I wish I was that badass who doesn't care, but honestly I am. Everything hurts me. I cry when I see a cute bird at the park. I'm like such a giant soft person. I can't help it. I'm full of emotions and my Venus is in Cancer if you're into astrology. But yeah, I'm very soft and loving, and yeah. The way I feel loved the most is the best weapon against me because, that's the way I feel hate the most too. Words hurt me, just like anyone else. The point is, words definitely can hurt you, but you don't have to let them affect you. Because letting them affect you is something that you can control. I can't control the fact that if someone says something nasty to me, I cry because I'm a giant softie and it hurts my heart every time. But letting something hurt your feelings and letting it affect you are 2 completely different things. Emotions are just reactions. You're allowed to have emotions and feelings because that's what being a human is. If you say I'm ugly, I'm not gonna go around the rest of the day feeling ugly. I'm gonna be hurt in the moment and then I'm gonna go live my life as a beautiful person because that's what I'd rather do. And that's the way I'd rather live my life. And the way you think of me, honestly, has nothing to do with my vision of myself. So there you go. People always say, forgive and forget. But honestly, I don't think forgetting is the answer. I think forgiving, yes, but forgetting, honestly, no. I'm never gonna forget, some of the things that happened to me and things that people said to me. But that's because those shaped me into who I am as a person and I don't wanna forget them. Even if they weren't positive at the time, they're positive in hindsight. And, I'm not the one who has to live with those things anymore. It's, whoever said them. And you should forgive people for yourself because it's a weight off your own shoulders. And, the absolute best way to fight hate is with love because that is the most powerful force in the universe. And I really do think that that can, beat anything every time. The only person you can truly ever please is yourself. So you know what? Live like that and pick what you want and go for it and do it to the fullest extent of whatever it is. Because if you can stand behind it, nothing can stop you. But something I definitely want to tell you is if people make fun of you for it now, you can probably make money off it later. My license plate in high school was literally sparkling. Yeah. People used to make fun of me for wearing too much jewelry and liking sparkles too much. Now I own my own jewelry line. I dress really tacky and over the top. Well, guess what? Now I'm a fashion blogger. Whatever it is that people pick on is probably something really, really unique, and you should absolutely pay close attention to that because I kind of think it's almost like a test the universe puts you through to see if you really like something and what you really believe in because, the first thing you want to do when people pick on something is to abandon it. But what it is that lights you up inside and brings you joy and is a special part of who you are is not nothing. It's not something to be ignored. It's actually, everything. And usually what people will find to pick on is one of the most unique, wonderful things about you. So take it as a compliment and use it to your advantage. You never know what might be $1 million idea. One of the main reasons I actually started my YouTube channel was because my closest friends back in the day told me that I wasn't crafty. In their defense, I had like never really done crafts around them, but they were like, what do you mean you're good at crafts? We've never seen you do crafts. You're not crafty at all, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, they have no idea that I'm one of the craftiest bitches on the planet. So, I did some DIYs in our house and I filmed them, and the rest is history. So yeah, I don't know, haters are kind of a good motivation to do things. But that being said, spite and revenge are never a good reason to do anything. You always want to spin it in a positive light for energy that you can control. You shouldn't be doing something to prove someone else wrong. You should do it to prove yourself right. I didn't start making craft YouTube videos to prove my friends wrong. I did them to prove myself right, to show that I was crafty and that I was really good at things that I knew I was good at. And fighting words against fighting words is just gonna be a bunch of fighting words. But like, if you show people with actions, I don't have to tell you that you're wrong. You're gonna see it with your own two eyes. You can stand back and watch me shine. I don't need to tell you that I'm going to. Like I said, prove yourself right. One of my favorite Taylor Swift songs of all time is Mean. I used to blast that song. The moral of the song is basically, someday I'll be somewhere else and someday I'll have made my dreams come true. And a line that really sticks out is, someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me. I used to dream about the day that I could play that song and feel like it was true. And honestly, I can say that I feel like that song is true now, but not for the reasons why you would think. I mean, sure, I've had the quote success that people would want, and I did get quote big enough, the people that used to hit me can't hit me anymore. But honestly, that's not why. I think now it's my soul is big enough, my heart is big enough, my self-confidence and my belief in who I am as a person and my security with who I am, my self-worth is big enough, and nothing can hit me anymore. You can always pick on things on the outside, but what's on the inside, that's a part of you, and no one can take that away. And that is power. And there's no point in caring what someone thinks if you don't care what they think. And I know that sounds redundant and silly, but like, what do I care if the random person at the grocery store who I've never met before thinks my outfit's weird? I don't. Like, I say this all the time, but honestly, other people's opinions about you are just quite frankly and not relevant at all. I used to care so much what people thought about me, and then one day I woke up and asked myself why, and I couldn't think of one single good reason, and after that I was free. The most important opinion is yours and who you are, and what you think of me is yours, but who I am is mine. On a deeper kind of side note, a lot of people might not think about this, but you can actually be your own worst hater. I talked about this a lot before, but for many years I struggled with, there's no other real way to put it, but like self-hatred. The thoughts in my head were so negative and just hurt me more than, honestly, I think more than anything that anyone else ever said to me were the things that I said to myself. Yeah. Wow, that's deep. I really should go to therapy. Anyways, that was really the reason that I hated criticism so much for most of my life, was because there was already so much self-criticism going on that anything external was just too much. Like, I couldn't deal with it because the thoughts in my head were already so bad. I couldn't take one more thing weighing me down. My defense mechanism for that was to literally decide that I just did not care what other people said, because basically I just didn't have enough energy to care. And you know what? Honestly, I think just deciding not to care was one of the most therapeutic, helpful things that I've ever done, because if you act like something enough, you become it. Acting like I didn't care made me not care. Like, you can call me a fat slob and I'll be like, okay, thanks, here's some flowers, have a nice day. Like, honestly, I just do not care about other people's opinions anymore, because I just don't have time and energy for negative things or negative people. And if that's the way you want to live your life, that's gonna be on you. I'm gonna be over here glowing. No, thank you. You hate me? Okay, God bless. I don't care. Like, honestly, like I said, I think everything can be fixed with love, and especially self-love, because coming from the inside out is what really affects your life the most. And the world is already full of haters and people that are going to try to bring you down, so you might as well try to lift yourself up. Why would you not want to be on your own team? Don't be your own hater, be your own best wing woman. Help her accomplish her dreams, tell her she's a star. Put her in cool outfits and hype her up, why not? Hype her up to be the best damn bitch she can be, because honestly, you deserve that from everyone else in the world, and honestly, especially from yourself. There's another famous quote that basically says, you as much as anyone else in the world deserve your own love and affection. And honestly, it's true. I always say that self-love can fix anything, but honestly, I I think that is one of the things that's not only at the core of this video, but at the core of this whole series and at the core of life itself in general. Treating yourself with love and kindness just as much as you treat everyone else with love and kindness. That's everything. No, we all just want to love and be loved. So love. By the way, constructive criticism and being mean are not the same thing. I honestly find a lot of people justifying their like hateful energy on honesty, and honestly, no. You might be being honest, but it also doesn't mean you're not being a bitch. Like, that's kind of the problem with the internet, you know? You're free to just blurt out whatever feels like the first thing that comes to mind, and imagine if we did that in the real world. It would be chaos. And honestly, that's what the internet is, kind of like pure chaos. You know, if you walked into the supermarket and you saw someone wearing an outfit you didn't like, you wouldn't tap them on the shoulder and be like, "Excuse me, you look really ugly today and I don't like your hair. Bye." Like, honestly, who raised you? Oscar the Grouch? Please, get a little joy. Anyways, point is, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. You know, someone saying something negative about someone else doesn't usually tell me much about the other person, but it tells me a hell of a lot about the person saying it. And I guess the more quotable version of that is, you know, what you say about me says nothing about me and everything about you. You know, something I read on Tumblr once basically said you should never tell someone anything about themselves that they can't fix in 10 seconds or less. Spinach in my teeth? Tell me. You think my head is too big for my body and I look like a weird doll? Maybe don't tell me that. Honestly, I took that one kind of as a compliment. But, you know. Anyways. The point is, it's not your job to police someone else's life, you know? It's their life, and it's my life, and it's your life. And it's my job to be me, your job to be you, and their job to be them. The end. It's a common saying that it's a very thin line between love and hate, and it's because it is. There is so much passion behind both emotions. I mean, those are the two opposite ends of the spectrum, and both of them are fueled by fire. You know, a fiery, passionate love, and a fiery, passionate hate. Whew. But you know, truth is, the things you love give you so much energy and joy, and things you hate suck it out of you. And I don't know why you would want to spend your time doing anything in the realm of hate at all. Just, ugh. You know how many hours a day I spend on things I hate? 0! If I can't stand that celebrity, I don't follow them. If I don't like a brand, I don't buy it. If I don't like watching someone's YouTube videos, I don't watch them. And 10 out of 10 stars would recommend that method. Honestly, it's not rocket science. You know, I do things I love and I don't do things that I hate. And if you don't want to do that, you might want to reconsider your stance, because you might not hate it. You might be a fan. So homework. The next time you think something nice about a random stranger, tell him. You see a girl at the mall wearing cool shoes? Tell her. A guy with pretty eyes at Starbucks? Tell him. Whatever the next genuinely nice thing that happens to pop into your head about someone, let him know. You know, it doesn't sound like a big thing, but we all have the power to change the world with our actions. Even small things like that, a bunch of little ones together, can really change the world. Create a better place. For all of us. Play your part. As a wise man once said, treat people with kindness. I read on Tumblr once said, don't be nice to people because they're nice to you. Be nice because you're nice. You're not in control of anyone but you, so just play nice. It's always, always, always the best card. You know, to be honest, something I really want to make very clear in this video is that people on the internet are people too. You know, you can get a million nice comments and it's always going to be the one that sticks out that's not nice that you're going to think about the rest of the day, because that's just human nature, you know. But you know, everyone you see on the internet is a real person with real life and real problems and things that they don't show you. You know, the internet is just the best of everyone, and the people that you see on here, I'm literally just a real person sitting in front of you with a camera. Like, I'm no different than anyone else, and neither is anyone. And honestly, that goes for everyone that you meet and everyone that you see. You don't know people's story, and I know that's such like a common thing to say, is like, you know, you don't know what's going on with someone, be nice. Honestly, even if you don't know what's going on with them, you know, you shouldn't need to know that they're going through something traumatic and horrible to know that you should be kind to them. I mean, we should be kind to everyone, because we all share the human experience. I deserve people to treat me kindly. You deserve people to treat you kindly. We all deserve to be treated with love and respect. And you know, it truly is the golden rule for a reason. You know, we should treat others the way we want to be treated, because if we all truly actually did that, the world would be a much better place. At the end of the day, I think it really is just that simple. You know, we just gotta do it. So, do I have any actual advice with dealing with haters? Honestly, I think aside of just, like I said, simply deciding not to care, I think one of the most interesting things that has really helped me is taking action on my insecurities. You know, think about something that makes you really insecure and then do something to change it. If you're insecure about your small biceps, start working out a little. Don't want to? Learn to adore your small ones. Then when people make fun of your small biceps, you can be like, yeah, and whatever, I love them. Power move. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on here before, but honestly, I think one of the biggest, absolute, most important life lessons I have ever learned is that if you can stand behind who you are and what you're doing and what you believe, absolutely nothing can ever get to you. I don't care what other people say about me in certain regards because I personally know that it's not true. Another story I read on Tumblr once that honest to God changed my life and opinion of a lot of things. The G-rated version is basically someone said, you know, I heard Susie was kissing Bob in the bathroom. And Susie just said, yeah, and? What an icon! Like, honestly, thinking about that, it's just like, yeah, whatever. You know, if you're proud of who you are and your actions and what you're doing, anything anyone says is not going to sting you. Say whatever it is you want about me, you know? Just make sure you mention I'm hot with cute shoes. And that is my 2 cents on that. So, dear haters, this video is actually a love letter from me to you. This video is dedicated to everyone who said I couldn't do it. I just hit 5,000 subscribers the other day, so thank you so much for subscribing. I'm gonna hit 10K soon, so hit the subscribe button. I'm so excited. Guys, I'm literally crying. Thank you. This is my dream. To everyone who said I wasn't crafty. And there you have it, you guys. That is how I installed my very own marble floors. All right, there you go, you guys. That is how I built my little Instagram chair. That is how I marbleized my countertop. That's how I made my very own vanity mirror. And especially dedicated to everyone who said I wasn't doing anything with my platform. There are so many ways to be beautiful, the absolute least of which is to look at. Am I gonna cry in these videos every week? I guess. Most powerful energy in the world is the feminine energy, so tap into it. You're the source of life. Act like it. So with the chance to share that, I want to remind you to please, please, please always keep the faith. Anything in life that you dream of can come true, you know, if you truly believe in it. Bar should always be high. It's your heart, and nothing deserves a higher bar than that.
Hello, welcome, again to our weekly little Zoom.
But of course, most of all, my channel overall is dedicated to everyone who does believe in me and did believe in me always and continues to do so, including myself. So whether you love me or hate me, thanks for watching. I love you. Till next time, XO. All you're ever gonna be is mean. Now that's a look.